Hello and welcome, guys. In today's video, I want to go over the top 5 decks that are performing the best that I could find in a standard rank play. These decks are at least at a 60% win rate. One of these decks is at a 70% win rate, which is astronomically high, honestly. Let's go over these decks. The first one here, which is number 5, is Menagerie Death Knight. I've actually never played this deck yet. I'm going to check it out today. But just by looking at the cards in this deck, I can tell how it's going to work. It's going to be an aggro-like deck. You got your Hideous Husk, which you can battle cry. Summon in 2 leeches on board. They're going to steal 2 more health from your victims. That's a total of 3 health per leech you have on board by playing Hideous Husk. That health goes right to your hero, so you can regain, replenish your health. You got Airlock Breach. Once some of your minions die, make sure you have at least 5 corpses. Play this card. You'll get 2 5/5 undead minions on board with taunt, and you'll also receive 10 health. One of the cards I have not yet played, Menagerie Jug here, Battle Cry. Give 3 random friendly minions of different minion types +3/+3. I have not yet used this card or even seen it yet, so I think this card will add a lot of value to this deck, especially with cheap minions. I mean, you got Elemental, right? So that's one type of minions that could get a +3/+3 where it's a Elemental. You got Undead or Murloc, could go to that as well. And you just got other different minions that can receive that benefit. A lot of these cards in this deck benefit from spending your corpses. So I think overall this is going to work out pretty well. I'm really excited to try this deck out myself. Number 4 on the list is Armor Demon Hunter. I don't think I really need to go over this deck. Everybody knows about it. I'm personally bitter about this deck. That's okay. If you guys are enjoying it, great. That's awesome. Just get never-ending armor, basically. The only thing that stops you, really, that I'm noticing, if you can't draw Arcanite or some of the more important cards, I've heard people having trouble getting those. I've only played this deck a few times. I just don't want to play it. I find it too cheesy of a deck for me to even want to play. But the times I did play this deck, I didn't have an issue really getting card draws. But to be fair, I haven't played it enough to really see its cons, I guess. But every time I played, I won with it. I thought it was just overly powered. But anyways, surprisingly enough, it's only at about a 60% win rate currently in the current meta, which is still high. But this deck does come in at number 4. Protoss Imbue Mage is number 3 on the list. I like this deck. I think I like, honestly, Protoss Mage with the mini set better, but it's still pretty good. You still got your Colossus, you got your different spells, your Protoss spells that'll increase the damage of the Colossus, the output it will put out later gameplay. It also imbues. You got several cards in the deck, such as Spirit Gatherer, your Battle Cry. You're going to get a Wisp. It doesn't cost anything. It imbues your hero power. You can use that imbuement to throw on more Wisps on board, deal more damage. If you have enough of your minions die, you can play this card here, Asina. If 20 friendly minions have died this game, the Battle Cry, you're going to deal 20 damage split among all enemies. When I've played this deck, I haven't really had to use this card more than maybe twice, I think. I usually use Colossus more so. Maybe that's just the games that I've had. But overall, it's a pretty solid deck. It's not bad. It's still pretty fun to play. Check it out if you haven't tried it yet. And number 2 on the list is an older deck mixed in with new cards as well. Location Warlock. If you've played any Location Warlock decks, you know that you got to play your locations first. What that essentially does is buff up your Seaside Giant, or not buff it up, but you can play it for free, basically. So you play your locations. Each time you play it, costs 2 less to throw this powerful minion on board. You can play Summoner Dark Marrow and play the location of Ultralisk Cavern here. Instead of summoning 1/8/8 Ultralisk, you'll get double. Then another great addition to this deck is Travel Agent Battle Cry. Discover a location from any class. I like to choose the location of Ultralisk Cavern. So you have 2 of those on board. You can trigger them and you get 2 8/8s as well. Overall, this deck's really solid. You can get giant minions on board. The only downfall is it can take a little bit more time. So if you're going against, say, Zerg Token Hunter, which can spawn in minions super fast, they'll probably overwhelm you quicker. But if you can last to mid play, I'd say level, this deck's really strong. Last but not least, just talked about this. Zerg Token Hunter is by far tier 1, #1 deck being played right now. It's super aggro, that's why it's so strong. You got different Zergling cards, right? You got your Zerglings here. You also have your egg. So a lot of death rattles I'm seeing played in this current expansion right now. Great death rattle. This dies. You're going to get a 3/5. It's going to attack the lowest health enemy. And then you can trigger these death rattles with Terror Scale Stalker. Triggers a friendly minion's death rattle, and it's cheap. It only costs 2. Use that with this egg or with your Nerubian egg, and then you get a 4/4. So there's just plenty of ways you can keep minions on the board, and it's kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie, when you're going against it. It's a really solid deck, very aggressive. And if that's not bad enough, having minions consistently on the board with death rattles, and also you got Workhorse, another way you can get more minions on board. If that's not bad enough, play RC Rampage, and you're going to summon 6 1/1 hounds, but a lot of times I like to play that when I have like 3 or 4 minions on board, and then they won't fit, and so the hounds that do fit get that huge buff up. So the hounds might become a 4/4 instead of a 1/1. So really powerful. Then of course you got Queen of Blades, you got Ziliax Deluxe, which are going to give your other minions +1 attack, and this card costs 1 less for each friendly minion on board. This deck is ridiculously strong right now. I think for sure this is definitely the best deck to play if you just care about ranking up. So anyways, that is my top picks on the top 5 decks that I'm seeing being played the very most right now, that are having the best success. If you guys do enjoy today's video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting out some gameplay. Gonna be probably playing, like I say, this Menagerie Death Knight deck. To me, it seems like a lot of fun. I want to see how well we perform with it. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy your day, and happy gaming.